Welcome back to Jumping the Couch. I'm Maya Jones.
And I'm Merk.
And today, we will be doing something so terrifying.
It's gonna buck out of me.
I'm so scared right now.
Grow out your face. Did you feel that?
That was really good. And today, we will be discussing some scary things that go on in the woods.
Yeah.
If you can't tell,
We're in the woods.
we're in the middle of nowhere. There is no Wi-Fi or service.
Yes.
And there are lots of trees
Yes.
and possibly a Bigfoot. I know what you're thinking. What is Bigfoot? Where did it get that name? What is that? Let me tell you. Scientists don't know, but they said that it happens to have big feet because it's named Bigfoot.
Duh.
So we're going to try to hunt for him later, but for now we're going to be reading some scary stories which I've downloaded / screen recorded off of reddit.com just to see what else lurks in the forest. What's a scary experience in the woods that you still can't explain? So many questions 24/7 says, a few years back when I was around the age of 14 and my brother was 9, my dad, little brother, and I all went out deer hunting in the afternoon right before sundown. While we were walking through the woods, before we even got started, my little brother tugged on my arm and asked me if I saw that. I said it was probably his imagination, and he let go of my arm. A few minutes later, I couldn't hear him walking behind us anymore, and I turned around to find him gone. I quickly told my dad and we looked for him for at least half an hour. When he walked over out of nowhere towards the both of us, he was covered in mud like he'd fallen somewhere. I worriedly asked where he'd gone and he just stared at me, telling me that he couldn't remember and that he thought he had never left. He acted normally afterwards, just said nothing had happened. I don't know if this is really scary to anyone else, but it shook my entire family, including myself, quite a bit. Edit. To answer a few of your questions, several of you have been asking whether or not he could tell or show me where he had been, and the answer is no. As I said, although I hadn't specified that might have been on me, he told me that he couldn't remember a thing. Not what happened, why he was covered in mud, not why he had walked away in the first place, nor that he had walked away at all. The only thing that he could recall was walking a few steps away from us after seeing a doe from behind him, and that's it. He told me that he genuinely hadn't remembered walking away from us, and acted like no time has passed. Also, one of you had asked how muddy it was. I distinctly remember that we had several flood warnings and heavy rains before then, but it wasn't like knee-high deep mud. It had been in the middle of fall, and I can remember myself being irritated at the mud and leaves sticking up to my boots. He wasn't drenched in mud after we found him, but his knees and the palms of his hands were coated in it, along with having a few splotches here and there on his clothes. I had one other question on whether or not I asked him what he saw in the first place. He had initially told me after the entire event that he saw a glimpse of a tall person standing next to a tree, which I, to be completely honest, doubt. As a kid, I also had one hell of an imagination and was very paranoid, which I believe was passed down from my mother to the two of us. Lastly, someone had asked how I had found him. I'm not sure if that's the right way to word it. Anyways, all three of us had been walking north and later on, and when I did find him, he had trotted out of the woods, avoiding trees from the west. Before he had gotten to me, he hadn't really spoke until I ran up to him and hugged him, asking if he was okay. I hope this answers most of the questions you have. And then someone replies saying r/missing 411. Someone's like, this happens all the time. Good God. Someone thinks it was like a seizure. That's...
I don't know. I feel like shit happens. Kids forget where they go.
Kids are dumb.
Yeah, kids are dumb.
I was dumb.
They forget where they go. I feel like it was just a matter of he wandered off to find something, and then it's like he just doesn't remember that. I feel like a lot of weird stuff happens, or like people think that weird stuff is like happening, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's just like a random You know what I mean? Easily explained type of thing. It's just that you don't have an explanation, so it makes it worse. The unknown is what we truly fear. Red Ink 85 says, I've shared this story before. We have a camp that we visit during the hunting months and about every other weekend in between that. To get to our camp, you have to turn off a major road onto a gravel road, drive about a mile, and then turn onto another gravel road for about half a mile. It's set between a few other camps plus some residents that live out there. It's quiet for the most part. There are some coyotes and bobcats. Bobcats are the worst due to their terrible scream. It sounds like a woman crying for help. There have also been black panthers and wild dogs. 2013, we were at the camp for Thanksgiving. We hunted, fished, cooked, drank, all that good camp stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one night. One night, we're sitting around a fire, swapping funny stories and just listening to the silence of the woods. As we're talking, we hear, "Help me." At first, we thought it was a bobcat. We listened some more and heard it again. It was a man's voice yelling, "Help me," repeatedly. Now, our first instinct was to grab our guns. Second was to go towards the voice. But you never know what you will encounter in the woods. It was dark and cold. The hunters knew the area very well. We called the police, explaining everything to the responding officers. The weird part was that we never once heard it while the officers were with us, not once. The officers left and we heard a man again repeating, "Help me." About a half hour later, the officers came back and we didn't hear any call for help. Again, silence. We decided it was best to go inside to our camp for the night. We never did find out anything. I've only been back to the camp once since then. It really freaked me out.
Jeez.
Which is understandable. Yeah. OP said again after that. I feel like those types of things are the most terrifying things that try to get you to go into the woods.
God.
Exactly, it sounds so distressed, but even as avid hunters, knowing our area, walking through it in the early morning before sunrise, everyone had an awful feeling about walking in the woods at night.
Stay safe, brother. I was about to say, I don't know what that would be, because I would never want to go in like that, because that would mean danger. And if you're scared enough, if you hear something like that, your first instinct is to go in the opposite direction, because you're like, oh, something bad's happening out there. Well, that's if you're self-preserving, I guess, or, scared. I don't know. A gut feeling, rather than, like, being, oh, I should help someone. I'd be like, oh, what about me?
Yeah, no, literally, that would be my first thought too.
So far, I haven't seen any Bigfoot encounters.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
What?
Sorry, a new chapter of the fucking fanfic I'm reading. Ka-chow! The one I was talking about. I thought I'd have to wait a month. It's only been like a week.
Nice.
Anyways, yeah, no Bigfoot yet. But we're about to find one.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go out. I'm gonna go out there.
Yeah.
The snow's very deep. I'm not gonna force you to do that. You can film it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna catch us some Bigfoot meat.
Catch us some Bigfoot.
Eat some Bigfoot steaks.
Yeah. Very good stuff.
Bigfoot chicken wings.
Yep.
So we'll take you on that ride with us now that
Yes.
we're completely scared shitless. I wish I was.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna cut that part out, but
Yeah.
if you can't know, I've had trouble. I think,
I've had trouble.
I've had trouble. I'm like, anyways, wait. And we'll take you with us to find that Bigfoot. Alright. I got my hat ready to hunt the Bigfoot with this light.
Oof. Yeah.
I have this flashlight I'm
Yes.
entrusting to you.
Yes. Thank you.
And in here, we have some supplies in case things go south really quick.
Bigfoot.
Now, I have some of this. Do I go with my box cutter, my hammer, or my saw?
Great question. I think the hammer is the
Go
most
with all
doable.
three of them.
All right.
You put them, now pockets, tactical. This is what you need for bashing the brains of a Bigfoot.
Yes.
Put them in there, just in case something happens. And occasionally, the black bear.
Well, yes.
To protect yourself from these things.
Yes.
Next! Vampires, stake to the heart. I worked on this all day.
Yes.
I'll stuff that in this back pocket here. Now, we hunt him.
We hunt a Bigfoot.
Boots are good, they're waterproof. They're also blood-proof. The
Beautiful.
Bigfoot blood.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Good stuff.
You have shoes?
Yep.
And let's go.
Generator's
check.
stupidly loud.
That's okay. It'll tracked him.
For sure. Might have to talk loud.
He likes to party. Now,
Does he?
let's get into business.
Oh, good. We're already having trouble.
We gotta lose some weight. Snow's too much. Here. Take my extra.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Truly, I
Back,
needed this.
I'll go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. What? I can't see it.
Oh my God! Let's fast forward in time.
It's Bigfoot.
Get back inside. I just saw a reflection.
No, you didn't.
It was on the tree or something.
Ew.
So.
So.
This is how you hunt a Bigfoot. Is the door locked?
Yes.
That, my friends, is how you hunt the elusive and incredible Bigfoot. If you don't have a Bigfoot or woods in your area, you can also go to your closest Bigfoot, like your dad,
For sure.
or grandfather, or like guy at the gym.
Yeah. Simple.
Anything that works. This will work on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Good
let's
stuff.
go straight to the outro. Boom. Thank you so much for watching Jumping the Couch. This has been Maya Jones.
And Merk as well.
Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comments down below or email us at jumpingthecouch@gmail.com. jumpinthecouch@gmail.com. That is all from us, and we will see you later. Boom!